Before I get started, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit the post notification bell to never miss a video. Now I'm going to give my absolute thoughts on the Devin Haney versus Jorge Linares fight that took place last night. This was a huge step up in competition for Devin Haney because Jorge Linares is a 3-division world champion and he's very, very experienced. He has fast hands, he can punch, and he's just very dangerous. And Jorge Linares is coming off a spectacular knockout win, and he is also the fighter who dropped Vasily Lomachenko, a fighter that was once recognized as the pound-for-pound king in boxing. So heading into this fight, Devin Haney knew how dangerous Jorge Linares could potentially be. Although that was the case, many expected Devin Haney to dominate Jorge Linares in convincing fashion. And Devin Haney did just that. He is the only man to have outboxed Jorge Linares on the cards. And anytime Jorge Linares did lose, it was by knockout. He has never been outboxed, and Devin Haney outboxed him in a shutout victory. Even when Linares fought Lomachenko, he was not being simply outboxed. It took a knockout for Lomachenko to win, and before he knocked him out, the fight was close. So I was completely impressed by Devin Haney, especially early on. He was doing everything right. He was keeping the jab out there consistently. The jab didn't get lazy. He was moving. He had great movement. He was moving his head. He was ducking under Linares' punches. He did get caught with the right hand left hook early on, but after that didn't land. Devin Haney made sure that he blocked the left hook, and he was just overall very responsible on defense. Devin Haney just mainly worked his offense off the jab, which I think he should have increased his punch volume, and I think he definitely could have got Linares out of there. But the jab being consistent is very, very important, and I think that was very impressive by Devin Haney, like I said before. But I think he needs to increase his punch volume because that can help him, especially with him being so defensively sound. At times, especially late in fights, Devin can get a little bit too defensive, and I would like to see him make his offense his defense. Another thing that impressed me about Devin Haney is that in a certain part of the fight, I forget what part it was particularly, he started to walk Linares down and go to his body. I think if he would have kept doing that, it really could have overwhelmed Linares, especially being that Linares couldn't find him early. And in spurts of the fight, they were exchanging and Devin was getting the better of him. And I think that was really huge. He made a statement with that as well. And Devin's work rate early on was so great, especially with the jab. I really didn't expect him to keep it up for too long. He would eventually have to start fighting Linares. And in the 10th round, with about a couple seconds left, Linares finally caught up to Devin Haney. He threw a combination ending with the right that had Devin Haney hurt. And Devin Haney arguably won that round being the only round that I gave to Linares. I gave Jorge Linares maybe 2 rounds. He really couldn't find Devin Haney early on. And late in the fight, when he did hurt Devin Haney, he arguably lost that round because the work of Devin Haney was so great. But I would say Jorge Linares, actually, he won the 11th round because Devin Haney was trying to recover and get his legs back under him. But Devin Haney definitely won the 12th round. So overall, I just gave Jorge Linares 2 rounds, the 10th and 11th round. Other than that, it was just pure Devin Haney. He was very, very intelligent and showed his boxing IQ. And this will be a learning experience for Devin Haney to not get complacent, especially when you're fighting a seasoned veteran like Jorge Linares, who was very dangerous. And of course, there are a lot of boxing fans who are jumping the gun and saying Devin Haney has no chin. But when you look at Jorge Linares, he dropped Lomachenko, and he couldn't drop Devin Haney with his best shot. He dropped Lomachenko with his best shot. And I love Lomachenko, but I'm not going to sit here and let people discredit the win of Devin Haney over Jorge Linares, who, like I said before, is coming off a spectacular knockout win. And let's not forget, Devin Haney is just 22 years old. He turned pro at 16. He has a lot of time to grow, and when he does grow, he's going to be a problem for anyone that steps in the ring with him. He is very, very intelligent. And Devin right now is still a problem for anyone at 135. So if someone thinks they can knock him out and think that this is going to be easy, let's see if they take this fight as fast as their lips are moving. Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia were the first ones to come at Devin Haney for getting hurt by Linares, and Linares has the power to hurt anyone at 135, and I believe he'll stop Ryan Garcia if they were to fight, but that fight never came to fruition, and ask Ryan Garcia why. And let's not forget, Ryan Garcia publicly ducked Devin Haney, as well as Lomachenko ducking Devin Haney and dropping his WBC belt to avoid Devin Haney. And everyone being critical of Devin Haney getting hurt by Linares, I can understand, but understand this: fighters get hurt, so roll a clip.
It's like he wants to.
Sí, pero él representa a Honduras. No, claro. Mira qué curioso, Israel.
Over there.
Fíjate que son de estas caídas que entiendo la regla. El poner el guante en el piso significa, bueno, caída.
It was cut years ago with Manny Pacquiao. If I told you, then say, Lomachenko goes down! What a turn! Devin, hey, you okay? Came in. When you come straight down the middle, the fire.
You're going to see nice right hand right down the middle from Lopez. And back comes Loma with the straight left hands, the jabs, getting rough on the inside.
But then late, Loma comes back.
Yeah, Loma came back with a nice 2-1-2 over the top. And that's what's going to be the difference. It's going to be the single punch power of Teofimo versus the multiple combination punching from Lomachenko. Beautiful slip underneath. I mentioned the level changes that Lomachenko utilizes to use his defense, but he fires great off of that defense, as you can see from this little replay here.
Now, as you can see, no matter how great a fighter is, they can get hit and they can get hurt. When Ryan Garcia got dropped by Luke Campbell, who is not known to be a puncher, all I can hear is people praising Ryan Garcia for getting off the canvas and stopping Luke Campbell. And I gave Ryan Garcia his credit for that. But he still got dropped by Luke Campbell, who is not known to be a puncher. And Devin Haney just took on Jorge Linares, who dropped Lomachenko and is known to have great power. And he took the shot like a champ. And he answered a lot of questions that I had for him going into this fight with this spectacular performance. Most boxing fans really misinterpret what being chinny is. Being chinny is what Ryan Garcia is because he got hurt by someone who was not known to be a puncher. Devin Haney was hurt by someone who was definitely known to be a fearsome puncher, and he remained on his feet. So please give Devin Haney his credit. He is a tremendous champion, and he is the future of boxing. And I have a ton of respect for the Devin Haney camp, and I have a ton of respect for the Teofimo Lopez camp. And when these two fighters meet, it will make for a great fight to see who really is undisputed. And I am a fan of both Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney, and I am giving Devin Haney his credit for his win, just like Teofimo Lopez got his credit for all his wins. In the comment section, you let me know what you think about the matter. And that's pretty much it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And thank you for watching.